everybody. Welcome to Torn Tuesday, your weekly dose of all things Lord of the Rings and Hobbit, and news and games and books and board games and card games and collectibles and games you have to put together. My name's Justin, and I'm joined by the host with the most.
And hello, this is Clifford Broadway, and I'm joined today by my neighbor, Totoro. My neighbor has joined the show, and ladies and gentlemen, what's this? Oh, it looks like a new microphone. Hey, we should get really up close and personal tonight on Torn Tuesday.
It sounds
How's
the
that
same.
sound?
It sounds the same up
Doesn't it
close.
sound better?
No, it sounds. Are you sure you have the right mic? Because you can tell when I have the mic up close,
That
don't
is
you?
hilarious. That is so hilarious. So, no, look, you're the fancy guy with these glowing LEDs in your microphone that change color all the time. So it's really remarkable.
Right? Who sounds like Jeff Goldblum?
Me,
The chat room is here. We're live on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter,
life
Facebook.
finds a way.
Uh,
And yes, welcome to the OneRing.net on every possible platform that you can imagine. We are on Twitch and Twitter and Facebook and YouTube, Instagram, and everybody else in between. There's a lot of platforms, and you can find us there. And it is now time, once again, to join us for a merry, merry discussion. 'Tis a merry gathering. And I do not know why Justin continues to use that bizarre filter that makes his eyes continue to pivot on an unknown
I'm
mathematical
I'm yeah,
axis.
I want everybody to get
That's
used to the
weird.
wonders and magic
No,
of artificial intelligence,
no,
and
it's
so
awful.
I'm
It's
going to
awful.
continue
No, no, no.
using
Do not.
AI
You can turn it off
to
now.
no, I love the fact that my eyes, AI is pointing my eyes at you, the viewer, at the camera, so I can like look over here and look over there, and the
You
AI
actually
still
zoom in
does its thing.
at the camera. It's really discomfiting, so don't even. All right,
Don't you
anyways,
feel, don't you feel that I'm having a more personal conversation with you when I'm looking at you at all times?
yeah, no, yes, no. What are you talking about? I'd rather know that it was actually you looking at me at the time on your own accord. That's
Who
what I'd
said I'm not
love.
looking
Yeah.
at you? I could be looking at you right now.
Make a huge difference. Hello, everybody. Welcome again to the show, folks. We're going to talk about the Rings of Power season one. We're going to talk about Rings of Power season two, and I suppose we're going to get a fair amount of conversation in here about this fellow that you may have heard of. His name is John Ronald Reuel Tolkien. We'll be talking about him as well. Now,
Well, but I
let's
think
see.
I think we should start off with the breaking news that is blowing up Twitter and
Yeah,
everything going on
breaking
today.
news. Yes.
Cliff, this is one of the most anticipated things anyone has been wanting to hear and see for years. Our message boards and our comment sections are always full of like, when are we going to get confirmation on this? Well, folks, it's finally here. And of course, we are talking about Rivendell Lego set has just been announced officially. This is the Lego
Oh
Rivendell
my gosh.
set.
How many thousands and thousands of pieces to put this baby together? Tell me. I must know. I
Uh,
must know. How much?
I'm gonna find out in a sec. It comes, that's a new beautiful side thing. It comes with
Wow.
all 15 characters. Uh, so it comes with the entire Fellowship and Arwen. So many
And
beautiful pictures here. Look at
and
that.
Elrond, the Lord of Imladris,
So it looks like we've got
and Bilbo, and
let's
it comes with Bilbo, right?
yeah,
Everybody's there.
we're
Everybody's.
so on the right here it looks like we've got Gandalf and Gimli and Arwen and Boromir and Legolas
Wow. Wow.
and Aragorn and Frodo, Merry, Pip, old Bilbo. Uh,
Yes. Awesome.
who is the white-haired dwarf? Is that just a dwarf character? And then there's two more elves, and then
That's because
Elrond.
there was an extra dwarf sitting next to um
There were two extra dwarves sitting next to Gimli.
and we
So,
can perhaps we could gently assume that that's older version of glowing. Maybe that
You
is
think
Gimli's
that
Tom.
the chat room says Gimli's dad glowing, who we saw in
Yeah.
the Hobbit movies?
Yes, we
I'll
did.
go with that. So you know what? Let's call it glowing, and then two generic elf characters. So you get the complete fellowship. Let's see if they have a photo
Figwit
of.
is one of those extra elves. Figwit.
Oh, look at this! There's a whole scene of Bilbo in his study, writing his book in Rivendell.
Oh, dude, that is the most beautiful. You know what? That's the reason why I would buy this Lego set. Not just because it includes all the main meeting rooms and the big library, the beautiful open outdoor atrium where they have the Council of Elrond. The reason why I would invest in it is definitely because of the extra little beautiful
Is this the
touches
first time the
like this.
Red Book of
It's extra
Westmarch?
touch. I love it.
Is this the first time the Red Book of Westmarch has been in Lego form? Because that is a book with a hinge on it.
Unknown. Can I show you the Lego that one of the first Lego sets that I ever got? Ever?
Look
Let
at
me show it
this.
to you. I'll be right back and show you.
Here is Gandalf at Bilbo's side, and that's obviously it is Saturday, October the 4th, right? Is that the date he says? Um, so that is obviously Frodo waking up with Gandalf at his side. That's beautiful. There it
This is
is, the
the first.
Council of Elrond.
Look at this. This is the first Lego that I ever got. It's called Gandalf Arrives.
Hang on.
Can you see this, everybody?
The 24th. Ah, see? 24th of October. That I knew it had a 4 in it. Um, so look,
How cool this is.
we have the beautiful.
Gandalf Arrives.
Is that still in shrink wrap, Cliff?
Nope. No, but I mean, this is
Did you ever put it
actually.
together?
Oh my goodness.
He never put it together. Hey folks,
It's here in original shrink wrap.
let's let the chat room decide. Cliff, are you putting that together live on stream today, right now?
Today, right now, should I?
Let the ring chat just
Look, here's
chat.
Bill the Pony. Bill the Pony came out. He's the only piece that had come out of the bag was Bill the Pony.
Wait, Bill the Pony is pulling Gandalf's cart at the beginning of the movie?
No, I just call him that. It's really not Bill the Pony. This is just the the pony that's pulling the fireworks in the carriage.
Yeah.
Do you want me to
Oh,
put this together, guys?
oh, I thought you're saying build the pony, not Bill the Pony.
Oh no,
That
that's
goes
the
to
Lego.
Moria. Uh,
Well, do you know what? This might be a challenge. It's got 83 pieces, a total of 83
oh,
pieces.
look at that. The two elves are meant to be reforging Anduril. That's amazing.
Really?
Look
You
at
mean
that. There's a whole Anduril forge part of the Rivendell set. Look at Cliff's face right now.
that is so cool? That is absolutely such a surprise that they would add in all that extra stuff onto the Rivendell thing. That is so super, super cool. I can't tell you how cool that is.
Oh my God,
Oh my gosh.
6,000 pieces, folks. Look at this. Here is
A
Aragorn
thousand?
and Boromir at the Shards of Narsil as part of this same set. Look at the beautiful paintings hung above their head.
Oh my goodness. Do you know that this is one of the earliest Lego sets that came out?
Yeah,
This
that's what I'm
Lego
saying.
set
They
is,
put it together.
do you know what the date is on this? 2012. It's 2012 when this came out. Gandalf
So
arrives.
here's part of the trees. Here's oh yeah, there's the council portion. You can see the circular seats right there, and there is the diorama. You can see you can see old Bilbo there in
Oh
the
my
middle.
gosh. That is super cool. Now,
And
if you guys
I think
really
we
want me
have
to put,
a turntable. Look how big this is, folks.
all right, I better start getting to work on putting this together. If you want me to do it, I'll start. Should I start and put this together? Yes?
Yeah. Tilt your camera down. Let's see this thing put together.
Okay, let me see what I can do.
All right, folks.
Whoa,
There is
my
it's
goodness.
part of the Icons series, folks. It is 6,167 pieces.
No
The
way.
beautiful Rivendell set,
No
6,167
way.
pieces.
No way.
And folks,
No
it can
way.
be yours in 1 month's time for the low, low price of $499.99, or
No way.
£429 if you're in
Yeah.
the jolly old England. So there you go.
Well,
Lord,
I'm gonna have a hard time getting the Lego built, and I think it's maybe he'll help me out. Maybe Santa's little helper can help me put together the Lego set. Do you think maybe?
maybe. So chat room, is it worth it? Orion's Angel already tells us that's worth it. Kaylin Griffin says, all right, a check. Folks, for 6,000 pieces, all the different dioramas. Listen, folks, uh, we have the Council of Elrond. We have the Council of Elrond. We have Bilbo writing his story. We have Frodo and Gandalf in bed. Wait, not together. You know what I mean. You have the forge, the reforging of Anduril. You have Aragorn and Boromir at the Shards of Narsil, and there's a scene with Elrond and Arwen. You have six different iconic locations, 6,167 pieces, $499.
That's
Uh,
insane.
is this a good
That's
value?
insane.
Is this everything you guys wanted out of Lego? Sound off in the chat room. I want to see. Look, I don't collect Lego. I don't play Lego. I have everything else Lord of the Rings. I have posters and pops and Echo speakers and bomber jackets. I have so many other Lord of the Rings things. I don't have any Lord of the Rings Lego things. Is this a good price, good value? I don't know how much Legos are nowadays. Um,
You know, I'm actually making a lot of noise here, and I'm sorry about that. But
no,
that's
we can't
because
even hear you.
getting I'm getting all the pieces together. Oh, look, here's the part of Gandalf, and here's the part of Frodo. So I found these two pieces. Found Gandalf and Frodo, but they don't. It's only the torso, and I have to put on the heads, the legs, and the clothes, and everything else. I got to put this on.
Red Castle
Wow,
Media in the
there's
chat room says this set is pretty inexpensive compared to my Barad Dur build. That must be a custom build. I don't think they ever released a Barad Dur. During Deathless in the chat room says I don't think it's worth $500, 400 max maybe, but 6,000 pieces is a lot. Well, there you go. Red Castle says I spent $1,200 on a Barad Dur set. Barad-Dur. $1,200. So, you know what? Lego is just, wow, that's amazing. How long, for those that play Lego, how long will a 6,000 piece Rivendell set take to build? On average, what is a 6,000 piece set? How long will that take me to build? If you were here
well.
last week, we were joined by Ostadan showing off the
I think.
painting.
Oh yeah, he was showing us the guys at Warhammer at Games Workshop. You know, the people who make Warhammer 40K.
Yeah.
He had made this really cool battle game for Lord of the Rings. Boy, was it cool.
Yeah. Aravandi says, I've never owned a Lego set. This one's the first one to tempt me, but I don't know where I'd put it. That's, that is a big deal. Um, John Carlson says, sorry, I have no room for Lego stuff. They are very expensive for what you get. I'm so old. My Lego set was in the original little set that they first came out with. Gosh, I'm old.
Yeah.
And here we have Cliff today on camera is putting together
I
Gandalf's
I just put
horse
Gandalf's
carts.
beard on him. Look, see?
By my beard.
Little beard. I'm getting somewhere now. Okay,
This is
because the
amazing.
instructions tell me to put the characters together first. The beard, the hat, the face, the torso, and well, there's Frodo, and there's Frodo's little tiny head, and there's Frodo's wig.
Wait, does Frodo's head have the 1,000-yard stare that Elijah Wood is famous for in that movie?
That's funny. Actually, here you go. Let me put his hair on him and put him on his little. Now, you tell me yourselves after taking a look. Here you go. Oh gosh, look at how cute this is. Here's little Frodo temporarily wearing Gandalf's hat. There you go. Temporarily, we put Gandalf's hat on Frodo just for a
You're
second.
late.
Actually, when you don't put Gandalf's hat on him, he has like a plug on top of his head. So, all right,
You're late.
let's recreate this. Okay.
Well,
Um,
while Clip keeps building, I've got some more news. That is not the only new Lord of the Rings merch that you can buy right now. $499, you get the Lego Rivendell set, the long rumored, very, very much anticipated.
this
We
cloak.
also have Nerd of the
Look inside
Rings
this little paper
announced.
box.
We
I'm
can't
sorry to
see it.
interrupt you, but
Yeah, we
look,
can't see it. We can't see it.
man.
The other big thing is this beautiful, brand new Jerry Vanderstelt Smaug the Golden painting. Nerd of the Rings debuted it with Jerry Vanderstelt this morning, and this is a hand-painted acrylic piece.
Oh, how
Um,
beautiful.
Beautiful. It's the fire drake. Obviously, you can see he is on the outside of Erebor. There is one of the giant dwarven statues that we see in the movies. He worked with Weta Workshop on with their license and their likeness of Smaug
Yeah.
and the entrance to Erebor. So it's beautiful. You can see like he's got the forest is glowing with flame. There's some waterfalls keeping the fire at bay.
Oh, how cool.
Um, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful painting of Smaug the Golden. If you go to Nerd of the
Really
Rings
lovely.
YouTube channel, they have an hour-long discussion where he has high-res photos where they sit and they scan around this painting. And this one doesn't have the resolution, but on Nerd of the Rings video, you can like go. They zoom in to like the tail portion, and you can see like uh, dwarven bones and elvish bones and
Oh, dude, really?
leftover armor
That's
from
cool.
certain character. There is so much detail in this that they showed off on the Nerd of the Rings video, where they just spent an hour like going inch by inch across this whole canvas. Again, hand painted by Jerry Vanderstelt, friend of the site, of course. Um, and folks, you're not going to believe this deal. You can actually buy the original painting, Smaug the Fire Drake, fine art original painting, is for the low, low price of
Did you say
$37,500.
37,000?
It's available. It's one of one. It comes signed, and let me see if are there dimensions on here. It's 36 by 48, so this is a giant piece of art. This is 3 feet by 4 feet, um, and this is it. If that is not in your budget range, but you like the piece of art, there are canvas Geeklay paint versions for 185. This is a canvas Giclée. So that's how you say it, Giclée. And if you want a paper Giclée, um, fine art paper version is $85, and if you want it on canvas, it is twice that. And it comes on 18 by 24 or 27 by 36 for the paper thing. So that's a beautiful Jerry Vanderstelt, available at
Wow,
Vanderstelt Studio,
that's really
Smaug
something.
the fire drake. So two amazing pieces of merch that just came out today. Cliff, how you doing there?
I got his cape on. I had to take Gandalf's apart. I had to take him apart to put his cape on him. Okay, and here we are. And now we have Gandalf. Here's Gandalf right here. He's all done. And where is Gandalf's staff? Here's his wizard staff. And ladies and gentlemen, Lego Gandalf is ready. Lego Gandalf is ready. And Frodo still needs his legs. But we're getting somewhere. We're actually getting somewhere. I need to find Frodo's legs.
What about their legs? They don't need them.
Okay, I found Frodo's legs. So, guess what we've got so far? We have Frodo, Gandalf to scale.
I
See?
told you to take the wizard's staff.
Here's Gandalf and Frodo, and now I'm going to start putting the cart together. Oh, guess what? You're not going to believe this. Do you know what this is? This is actually kind of cute.
You telling me you put the wizard before the cart?
It's Frodo's book. It's Frodo's little book.
That he was reading
Yes.
under the tree?
Yeah, this is his book that he's reading under the tree. Let me put this in his hands. That is so cool. It's Frodo's book, man.
All right.
It's
Well,
supposed to be
while
like
Cliff
the
can
book in his
starts on building the Lego
See? Frodo's
cart.
little book.
Oh, let's see
You
it.
see this, guys? I'm sorry. I'm going to show you a little bit up close. Frodo's cute little book. How cool is that? I just think it's cool.
It is cool.
So, yeah, all right, let's go. You guys keep talking about what is in front of you. Here's the horse. The horse has been put together properly. Thank God for simple
So
truths.
you put the horse before the cart? Is that what you're saying?
No.
No. Well, moving on. We appreciate all of you watching Torn Tuesday right now, because if you lived in the New York area, you might be at the Fellowship of the Ring concert, 20th anniversary concert. And yes, a surprise guest appearance appeared last night, and I think tonight as well. Jed Brophy is singing I See Fire with the Ukrainian National Orchestra. This is
really?
the Fellowship 20th Anniversary Live Orchestra event that is happening in New York City. We've been talking about it the last few weeks. We even gave away some passes if you followed us. If you're in our Discord and if you're on our message boards, you had a chance to win some tickets. So that Jed Brophy flew all the way to New York to sing the end credits song I See Fire, of course, written and originally sung by Ed Sheeran.
That's actually cool. That is actually really cool.
Eravani says, I didn't
honest.
know Jed sang. Is there anything he can't do?
No. Oh my gosh, all those dwarf performers are amazing singers. You know, they're all singing over the Misty Mountains cold.
That's really them singing. They're
great.
That is not dub. Is there a clip on YouTube? No, you go to Jed's.
I think there are more details on the Blu-ray extended edition of the Hobbit trilogy, and you'll see recording sessions where the dwarf actors are in regular clothing in the recording sessions doing the song. It's amazing, really.
Yeah. So yeah, the answer is Jed does sing, and he's performing with the for Fellowship of the Ring concert. They flew in the entire Ukrainian National Orchestra. Of course, Ukraine is under attack right now, so there's a lot of craziness going on over there. So the fact that Lord of the Rings is being used to bring together good, creative people from around the world in a time of war, I'm just so pleased as punch that Lord of the Rings
pretty cool, isn't it?
Can bring all these people together in the most dire of circumstances. So this is wonderful. But that's not the only music news we have, folks.
But wait, there's more.
Folks, we have a composer to War of the Rohirrim, the brand new feature film theatrically released anime,
Cool.
which is coming out next April.
When did this
We
news
might
get announced?
we
Justin,
might
when did we
we
hear this?
we're expecting a trailer at Comic-Con this year, but
Yeah.
the OneRing.net is proud to announce that the newest rumors are Stephen Gallagher is composing the music for the War of the Rohirrim anime. Stephen Gallagher, of course,
Whoa.
is the sound editor for the Hobbit movies, and he recently completed sound editing, mixing, and composing for Avatar: Way of the Water. Now,
Nice.
the third or fourth biggest movie of all time, over $2 billion on Avatar: Way of the Water. So he is going from one of the most successful movies of all time. His next project is going to be the War of the Rohirrim.
That's pretty cool. This is really nice to have the confirmation of this composer. I love having news. I love having news.
Yeah. So we're really excited.
Good.
We did some digging on who he is. I mean, if you might have seen him in The Hobbit appendices, BTS people.
Right?
Stephen Gallagher was the sound editor. He also is credited with composing and co-writing some of the songs in the Hobbit movies, especially Blunt the Knives, Bend the Forks.
Right.
So,
Okay.
so I personally am excited about a guy that paid tribute to the Hobbit books and the animated Hobbit movie that we all fell in love with in the 70s by putting in a $100 million feature film Hobbit presentation. He put Blunt the Knives, Bend the Forks. Honestly, there was a lot of debate on whether the Hobbit movies would have songs or should have songs. Do songs make sense in a Peter Jackson cinematic universe? And when the movies came out, the answer was yes. In fact, the best part of that 9-hour Hobbit trilogy was the first hour because we got 2 beautiful songs.
Oh, yes, indeed we did.
So I'm excited because not only did he pay tribute to all of the songs from the movies that had come before, the animated movies and of course the books, this means that the War of the Rohirrim could include some new songs.
Oh, hell yeah, that'd be great.
And
It
so
really should.
that's the question I wanted to put to the fans in the chat. Do you want to see the story of Helm Hammerhand include some songs in movie, in universe, not just like soundtrack background stuff, but do you want to see the horse lords of old sing songs around the campfire?
That would be so freaking cool. I'm telling you, that would be so freaking cool.
Yeah.
The answer is yes.
Yeah, the answer is yes. And Cliff, we did a little further digging, and it turns out.
Would you like to see the progress on Gandalf's cart so far?
Let's check in with Cliff right now.
Here we go. Here is Gandalf's cart so far. See, there's the sides of the cart. Opens up like this.
Hey, look at that. A couple
See?
hinges.
Yeah, it has hinges. This is the cart on the sides, and this is the axis where the wheels are going to go on the left and right axis. So we're actually getting somewhere now.
Cliff, a question from the chat. Are songs essential to Tolkien?
Always. And you must understand that the entire mythology of Arda is based on music. Absolutely. There's never any doubt that the presence of songcraft is always part of this storytelling. Always.
In fact, one of the best parts of the entire 8-hour Rings of Power was the one song that we got.
Yeah.
So songs are critical. But
Absolutely.
folks, while we were looking up what songs could be included in War of the Rohirrim, we don't know. But it turns out Miranda Otto is coming back to reprise her role as Éowyn.
Oh, wow. Yes, that's right.
So
Yes, yes. I
Miranda
forget that.
Otto will be in War of the Rohirrim. If if she's coming in as her character Éowyn, then
Yeah.
this means that the movie will probably be set up as Éowyn recounting the tale to maybe some children or something like that.
Or other shield maidens, maybe.
I'm thinking, yeah, or other shield matings. I'm thinking kind of like maybe it's like uh, any of those movies. What's that Fred Savage movie, Princess Bride, where the movie opens with uh, someone reading a story to Fred
Yes.
Savage. So maybe Éowyn opens up, Miranda Otto opens up. In our research, I hadn't realized this, Cliff. Turns out Theodred's Lament, the beautiful music we hear when
Yes.
Theoden goes to his son's funeral and talks about Thimblemoona, uh, the
Oh, Simbleman, the flower.
the
Yes.
flower, the
Yeah.
the female voice that we hear in that song is Miranda Otto herself.
Oh, really?
So Miranda can sing. So this is exciting for what holds for War of the Rohirrim, because we now remember that Miranda Otto has a beautiful singing voice,
Yeah.
and now we have a composer that got a credit for putting singing songs in the Hobbit movies. So here we go. I think we're gonna get some songs here, actual songs, and I'm really, really excited. So, um,
Yeah, dude. I would be down. This actually does sound like some really promising news.
yeah.
Absolutely.
And this, and we just want to confirm, movie score wire, um, confirmed with Warner Brothers Pictures that Stephen Gallagher, the music editor on the Hobbit movies, will score the animated War of the Rohirrim.
Okay. How cool. How very cool is that?
So it hasn't been updated on IMDb yet, but this movie score wire confirmed with WB. So this is as legit news as we can get. So he's basically an in-house sound guy for Peter Jackson's Park Road Post, and that's why he worked on Avatar, and
Ah,
he's worked
right.
on. And in fact, the final thing that should get you all excited about Stephen Gallagher composing the music for War of the Rohirrim. Stephen won an Emmy Award this last year for Peter Jackson's Beatles documentary, Get Back.
Wow. Yes.
So this guy knows how to treat uh, things with the scale and importance and respect. I can't imagine the work involved in crafting the sound of Get Back. I mean, remember that scene that blew up the entire creative industry of Paul McCartney, like just jamming on his guitar until he finds the song, and
Yeah. So he
it just
finds the song. Yeah, it's amazing, actually.
it just comes out. I mean, just to edit the sounds of whatever's going on in the background and to focus on uh, that song coming out, and then how they cut it into, like, suddenly Ringo gets up on the drums to add some stuff, and then George gets on the guitar to add some. It's I'm really excited for Stephen Gallagher to step up. I believe this might be his first full composing gig, um, and it basically it's also another aspect of War of the Rohirrim, just getting the band back together. Again, War of the Rohirrim features Philippa Boyens as producer, co-written by Philippa Boyens, uh, uh, artwork by John Howe and Alan Lee, creature designs by Weta Workshop, and Stephen Gallagher from the Hobbit movies This is an all-star team, and this movie is coming out next year in worldwide theaters. Cliff, how's it coming?
It's looking amazing. Look at this. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know what this is? It's the cart without the wheels put on the axis. Here's the top view, and here's the cart from the back, and here's the side. The pony, if I'm not mistaken, will be right here. See? We're getting somewhere. It's nearly done. We're actually very nearly done. I only got a dozen pieces left to put on, and we're ready to show everybody the final one. Take a look. This is going to be so exciting. Put this on here. Very good. Oh, this is so cool. I'm really glad these instructions are done the way that they're done, because they're very clear and easy to understand. These instructions are great.
Yeah.
Okay, and this goes right here on the very front. Oh my gosh, this is the coolest.
And
now I understand the joy of putting together Lord of the Rings Lego. It is flawless every time because the instructions are so cool. Look, ladies and gentlemen, it's time. It's time to put the wheels on. Join me. Here's the footrest. There's Gandalf's footrest. Here's the right wheel, which goes on, if I'm not mistaken, this way. Oh, wow. Perfect. Here's the left wheel. Okay. This is so awesome. And what else do we put in here? Oh, it's a birthday invitation. This tiny little envelope is Gandalf's invitation from Bilbo to come to the birthday party. And it goes right in here in the cart, in the satchel. There's a little satchel to put in your post and your letters. It's unbelievable. This is so cute, man. This is super cool. Fireworks! Fireworks, Gandalf! Fireworks! Look at them! Look, here's fireworks. I'm going to put this together. All right, this one is the gray firework, and it has green that goes on the top, but also there's a green cylinder piece that goes in the middle. Okay, so I'm going to put that on there. Oh, whoa. All right, and this goes on top. Fireworks. This is the first one. Okay. Fireworks go in the barrel. That's super cute. Oh, man. You guys are like, you're killing me, Larry. This is so cute. Let me put this on the other way. There you go. Right, so here's one firework. Okay.
Tilt the camera down. I want to see your hands doing all this.
I just dropped it.
All right.
Okay. This one is a carrot. Carrots, look. Look, it is a fresh Lego carrot to feed to your pony.
Are you kidding me?
No, there's Lego carrots to feed to your pony. See? This is perfect. There's carrots. There's fireworks. This, I think, is the most famous one of them all. This is the dragon, the big dragon firework. Okay? Here's the dragon firework right here. Here's a yellow firework with a white one on top, and there's a green. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. I'm going to put all these fireworks in Gandalf's cart. That one, this one. There's carrots. Here's another more fireworks. Okay. All that goes in here. This is so cool, you guys. They gave me an extra carrot piece. All right. So the carrot goes right here to feed the pony. And then there you go. Pony gets attached right here on the cart. There he is. The pony is on the cart. And I got an extra one of these. I don't need it. And here's Frodo hanging around. Frodo's going to be on top of the pony, chilling.
Of the 10 fingers.
Frodo, at this point in the story, has 10 fingers. So here's Gandalf's cart full of fireworks. Here's the dragon fireworks, see? And right here is Gandalf in his cart. And the only thing missing is Frodo's book. I'm going to put Frodo's book in the back of the cart. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Gandalf Arrives. It is Lego set number 9469 from The Lord of the Rings, and it only has, if I'm not mistaken, 83 pieces. What do you think, everybody? Oh,
It looks like Gandalf took a little tumble off the cliff.
anyways, there's his birthday invitation and his fireworks, and Gandalf has a cape, a really cool cape, and a wizard
Oh
staff.
no, he fell.
Yeah, that's because I keep dropping him.
Well, Gandalf falls. That's just what he does.
Does it? Be nice.
No, literally, it's in the movie and the book. He falls.
Well, I am very pleased to say that I got my money's worth. This is one of the nicest little birthday gifts that I ever got that I never put together until today.
Look at that,
Gandalf
folks. Was anyone timing him? This is 83 pieces. He did that in about 20 minutes. So that
Yep.
means the 6,000 piece Rivendell set will, will take 100 times. How much? Cliff, hold that up. The completed Lord of the Rings Gandalf Arrives cart set
From 2012. It's
from
from a long
2012. Let me. You can still buy it on Amazon.com. Cliff,
Can?
do you want to take a guess at the price?
9469. This is it. Here's the box, and here is the completed, wonderful, wonderful work that I just did.
And it only took about 20 minutes while
It'd
you
take
were
a lot
hosting a
less
show.
time if I wasn't distracted by, doing a whole live stream show and everything. But this was way, way fun. And you know how cool it is that they made unique little things that add to the details, like the birthday invitation. It's not even in the movie. You never in the movie once see Gandalf open up his rucksack, and in there is the invite from Bilbo. But all the other details included in here are like nice carrots for the horse. You can feed the pony horses. You got an extra book for Frodo to carry around and read his book. And all those nice little details are really what make the Lego experience so fun. It's really fun.
Cliff, I'll give you one guess at how much this is available on Amazon.com.
This little thing, this was just a little box. It only took a quarter of an hour maybe to put this together, a little longer. How much would this cost on eBay?
No, Amazon.com.
Oh, how much on Amazon.com? You tell me.
Folks, $134.99.
Are you telling me that I just popped open the cellophane on a Lego that was that valuable that I shouldn't have put it together? Oh, for God's sake, Justin. I could have sold this guy on eBay. Actually, I suppose we're to understand that this is out of print, and maybe that's part of the concept of what makes the Lego sets collectible, is that they stop production of them and they're not available anymore. Is that right?
It is out of production, and it is currently going for $134.99 on Amazon.
Really? Sealed, new.
Sealed new.
Well, I wonder how much it's worth now that I've put it together. How much is it worth to you guys? This is really, really cute. And now that I'm into it, I keep thinking to myself, whoa, wait a minute. Maybe I should get into some more Lord of the Rings Lego because this is really fun.
Well, Cliff, you have an offer right now in the chat room. Red Castle Media saying, I would have bought it from you. I will give you $80 for it right now.
Oh, no way. Oh my gosh, you guys are trying to buy it now? No way. No way.
Open auction here. Do I have 81? Do I have 81? Folks, 81, 81, 81.
You know what? This is really, really beautiful. And if you want, I'll take it all apart and you can put it back together yourself if you want. I don't mind doing that. Man, this is really lovely. This is lovely.
I just went to eBay, folks, and sure enough, it is on eBay for $123.45. This is the going rate on eBay and on Amazon. It's
Wow.
$123 on eBay and $134 on Amazon. So it's, yeah, 130 bucks is the value of that 83 piece
Who
Lego.
would have guessed? Who would have guessed that the secondary market for out of print Lego sets would be like this? Do you suppose it's because it is related to the Lord of the Rings IP, and this has, increased the collectible,
Well,
secondary
Cliff,
market?
we've done a couple shows with our collectibles editor Josh Long, and it
Yeah.
turns out most Lord of the Rings toys and collectibles have not only maintained their value for the last 20 years, but have gone up in value. And some of the Weta Workshop and Sideshow collectible pieces from the early 2000s are now triple or quadruple their price from original. And in fact, Josh was hard pressed to find any Lord of the Rings collectible that was not priced at right now at the original price it was. Nothing
Wow.
has gone down in value. It's all gone up. And that wonderful little Lego figure, that's the most expensive collectible you've ever put together on camera. Thank you
It
so much, Cliff.
is. It literally is the most valuable collector's item that I have ever put together on camera. And you know what? It was delightful. I would do it all over again because it's so cool. There's a little piece, a fabric piece that is his wizard's cape, and they have it stored in a separate cardboard box. This cardboard box is sealed. You have to tear open the seal, open it up, and extract the fabric. You have to put the fabric on Gandalf right here, this way. And
Yeah,
it's just cool. This is so cool the way they designed this. I'm digging it. I am digging it, y'all. This is super cool.
that's
So,
wonderful. And
uh,
look, folks, our phone number is down at the bottom, 530-643-7636. If you're serious and you want to buy
if
Cliff's Lego,
we're
text us
serious about it, then yes, my friend at Red Castle Media, if you want to talk, anybody wants to
or
talk,
you can also hit him on the DMs on Twitter at QuickBeam2000 or Instagram, Twitter and Instagram, right? QuickBeam2000.
you should know it has a couple of extra pieces. It has an extra carrot green. So in case you lose the green part of your carrot greens, there's another carrot green in case you put it together.
Is the
And
box worth more if Cliff signs it? Well, Cliff is the producer and writer of that movie poster behind him, Ringer's Lord of the Fans. Cliff has published multiple books, The People's Guide to J.R.R. Tolkien, master MC of many events. And look, he's made movies, he's written books, he's published articles, he's been in the biggest trade publications, and he's our long-term host of Torn Tuesday. Yeah, your signature's worth something, Cliff.
I'm there for you guys. I'm there for you. Need me. I'm there for you guys. That is fantastic.
Well, that's wonderful. So, you know what? This puts it all in perspective, folks. Let's bring this back up. The Lord of the Rings Lego Rivendell set coming soon on March 8th. 1 month. 1 month from today, March 8th. The Lord of the Rings Rivendell set's $4.99, and I promise you it will go up in value. I'm not going to
Yeah.
guarantee it, but I promise you there's a very, very, very high likelihood, extremely high likelihood that if you bought two of these, one to open and one to keep for a few years, $4.99, $500 for this Lego Rivendell set. And I promise you, if you hang on to that, remember, we've got 10 more years of Lord of the Rings movies. We've got 5 seasons. We got 4 more seasons of Rings of Power, plus whatever spin-offs they're doing. We've got
Yep.
Rohirrim coming out next year. And then once Embracer figures out where the movie rights and everything settles down, we're going to have more video games. We're going to have more movies. Lord of the Rings is going to be, for the next 10 years, what Marvel was the last 10 years. So this decade is going to be anchored by Lord of the Rings. So getting this piece, getting this $499 Rivendell set and just stashing it away in the closet might double your money. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm just gonna say it. You might double your money.
Yeah, you
Orion's Angel.
never know.
Let me see if the chat room agrees with me. Orion's Angel says you'll make your money back, even double it, in the next few years. Uh, yeah. Red Castle
Wow.
Media says my wife says no. Oh boy, you're gonna have to work that out.
That settles that, buddy.
So what an exciting announcement. I think if you join the Lego VIP early access, you are able to buy it 3 days early. You can buy it 3 days early, March 5th. If you join the Lego VIP early access, it's free. You can register right now and become a Lego VIP member. It's that blue box on the screen right there. So it's free. Join it, and you get early access, and you might be guaranteed to get one. I promise you, these are going to sell out. Every time something like this comes out, everyone says, "Oh man, I can't afford it this month," and then by the next month, it's already sold out. Like Cliff, you've seen it. I've
Isn't
seen
it
it.
weird?
We've both
What a
seen it.
funny. It's funny how that keeps happening, huh?
Yeah.
But ideally, um, I think that some people do look at this as a type of investment. Ideally, you are you're a secondary salesperson on eBay, and you're one of those folks who purchases a lot of those items, and then you sell them on eBay. There's a lot of people who do that.
Cliff, the chat room has done the math,
Yep.
and based on how long it took you to make that, put together that Gandalf cart, the
Yeah.
6,167 pieces Rivendell set would take you a total of 24 hours.
Straight 24 hours of assembly? Wild.
20,
Really?
24 hours. So if you minus 8 hours for sleep and 5 to 8 hours of work, uh, that would take you probably a week to put together. Um, Lila Gartner in the chat room says they always sell out because people buy 10 sets and sell them.
Yeah.
Yes. Ugh, I hate.
You know,
Look. I just.
you gotta love the hustle. You gotta love the
I
hustle.
don't know. No, no. Look, I
Or
personally,
respect
you
the
gotta,
hustle.
you gotta respect the hustle. But come on, guys. Like, I'm personally okay with buying two, keeping one. I mean, you're just being smart with money at that point. But these
Yeah.
guys that come in and buy 10, you're just being greedy and you're just being stupid. Don't be stupid. Don't be too greedy. Just be smart. Look, if you bought two and you sell one for double in a couple years, then you've got your Lego for free. That is a wonderful
Yeah.
investment. But
That's
buying
true.
10 and depriving other fans of the joy of this set, I don't like it. And I
I
don't
hear you.
condone it.
I hear
Um,
you. Okay.
of Gondor says, speaking of respect the hustle, after last week, we showed you that Blue. Remember, we went through the for your consideration Amazon booklet. Turns
Yeah.
out they are on eBay.
No way. What?
Yeah,
Those for your consideration booklets are now on eBay. Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
Let me see if I can find one. Wow, there's a lot of bootleg DVDs. Um, Let me see if I. Wow, the boxes are going for $6. People are selling the Rings of Power Amazon boxes that I have in the corner over here.
Oh,
Um,
really? Oh.
this my Rings of Power pin. I don't see it. Maybe if I search Rings of Power FYC, is that the secret? Oh, there's a DVD. Ooh, $100 DVD. Oh yeah, there it is. Let me bring it up on screen. Um, Here it is, Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power FYC booklet, Amazon Prime. You can be yours for $19.99 plus $5 shipping. So if you want to get your hands
Wow.
on, again, there is no merch for Rings of Power Season 1. It's a licensing issue, it's a timing issue, it's a whatever issue. So we don't have any merch for Season 1. Are we going to get some? I don't know.
Did you see Red Castle Media said he's going to do a time lapse of the entire build of the Rivendell set?
Oh,
Dude,
that'd be
what a
wonderful.
cool, really cool idea. I applaud that idea all the way. That's the kind of stuff we would love to watch. That's great content, is watching a time lapse of thousands and thousands of Lego bricks coming together to make something
Wow.
cool
You
like
can they,
Rivendell.
they put Rings of Power on on DVD. These aren't bootleg. These are real deal.
Bootleg,
No,
really bootleg.
they're a real deal. They're for your consideration DVDs for 90 and $100.
Oh, wait a minute. You're not supposed to be selling and redistributing your for your
Yeah,
consideration
tisk
DVDs.
tisk tisk, you eligible voting
Oh,
members.
no. Yeah,
Um,
file that under bad idea.
yeah. So that's exciting. Hey, final thought, Cliff. Oh, look at that, and the wheels spin and everything like that.
Of course I do. Yeah, the wheels spin great.
Hey, Cliff. I wanted to maybe we
Cool.
talk about this on a future episode,
Yes.
but I was digging through the Amazon Awards website, and they say the Rings of Power has been an unprecedented global success viewed by 100 million people worldwide
Hmm.
with more than too much with more than 24 billion minutes streamed.
Whoa, really?
20, so their official Amazon's official number is during the release window is 24 billion minutes streamed of Rings of Power. They've
That
been in production for 5 years, and filming started in January of 2020. Because remember, or just before January 2020, because they were barely into episode 2 when COVID hit in March or April, right?
right.
So January 2020, they basically started filming Rings of Power, and up to now, and then they finished it and they released it and got 24 billion minutes streamed. I wanted to compare that, Cliff, to Nerd of the Rings has 123 million views, which his average video is 15 minutes long. So 123 million times 15 puts Nerd of the Rings at about 1.2 billion minutes watched.
Wow. Okay. I understand that math.
So
Okay.
for no money, for absolutely zero budget, Nerd of the Rings got one, and he started January 14th, 2020. So in the same amount of time, Nerd of the Rings started his YouTube channel about the same time Rings of Power started filming. In the same amount of time, Nerd of the Rings got 1.2 billion minutes watched, and Rings of Power got 24 billion minutes watched.
Hmm. Okay.
So, Nerd of the Rings had a budget of zero, big fat zero, and Amazon spent $1 billion on season 1. So, who got the better value for their dollar?
Oh my gosh. Justin, when you put it that way,
Well,
wow.
this was inspired by a recent Nielsen article. Everyone wants to talk about ratings and independent ratings and resources.
Yes.
Nielsen just reported that the number one television streaming app is not Disney Plus. It's not Hulu. It's not Amazon Prime. And it's not Netflix. The number one video app on televisions is YouTube.
Yes, that's right. It's not HBO Max. It's not Hulu. It's none of the others. It's YouTube.
It's
That's true.
YouTube. So
Yes.
so
Yeah.
basically YouTube is competing with Amazon, is competing with HBO for our little eyeballs and hours and minutes watched.
Yep.
And the fact that Nerd of the Rings has 1/12 the views, 1/12 the views that the $1 billion TV show got. Congrats to Matt, Nerd of the Rings. And if there's any lessons to be learned, the chat room is way ahead of me. Amazon, get him in the writer's room. He's got some good ideas.
Well, the thing, and I do appreciate what Cecilia is saying in the chat room right now, because he's making completely different content that is supposed to be digested and entertained on a different level, than what they're
Yes.
making. But then, it's like having an academic discussion on a nerd video with a bunch of fans talking and, debating the lore and all that stuff is different from trying to sell a very, very big narrative story that is tied to the biggest narrative intellectual property on earth with, and try to sell it around the world at the same effective rate in every country and every territory around the world. Different, yeah, different
It's
target.
different content, but
Yeah,
there's a certain level of media executive, Hollywood studio executive. There's certain people that feel competitive, and I honestly, we all know that J.D. Payne, Patrick McKay do not feel any competition with Matt. We are all fans of Lord of the Rings. We're all
right.
friends,
Of
and
course.
like
Of course.
there's no competitive nature. But moving above that, the owners of YouTube absolutely feel the same way that the owners of Prime Video do, which is we're in competition with each other for eyeballs, for the time and the amount of eyeballs that people can watch our stuff. So, yes, it's unfair to compare, just like it's unfair to
Yeah,
compare a TV
I
show
understand.
to a movie. It's unfair to compare a YouTube video to a TV show. But at the end of the day, at a certain level, everyone's just competing for eyeballs and people's time. And so there's something to be said. I don't know what it is, and I just wanted to point this out so we can start noodling on this discussion
Yes.
of
Yes.
when we talk about fan edits and we talk about fan films, The Hunt for Gollum,
Yeah.
Reclaiming the Blade, you know,
Born of Hope.
Born of Hope. So many wonderful fan films in the Lord of the Rings world, uh, and these YouTube channels, you know, and everything's just competing for eyeballs. So yeah, it's not fair to compare, but it's I don't know where to go with this information other than Amazon spent $1 billion and Matt Nerd of the Rings spent zero, and they are within relative amount
Mm.
of viewership, which is crazy. So give Matt a follow, give Matt a sub because he's approaching 1 million, and we love for all of our friends. He's got a wonderful video with Jerry Vanderstelt that he just posted today. It was a live interview.
It was
Um,
very cool. Yeah, that was a very cool thing that he did
and you
with
can see the
Jerry.
detail on that poster. And I'm
Yeah.
telling you, that G Clay print for
Oh,
$85 is definitely worth it after you watch the Matt's YouTube video. So that's all I had on my plate. Cliff, was there anything else you had going on?
I was fascinated by um, the ongoing conversation of how you make the strongest first impression, because you don't get a chance to ever make a first impression again, right? You know how there's a conventional wisdom that has always been around that has said your first impression is the strongest one that you leave people with. Now, I mean, that is often true with personal relationships, but it cannot always be said that it's true for television, because look at the first season of Star Trek: The Next Generation. It was a pastiche of some interesting characters and ideas that Gene Roddenberry was putting together with a new writer's room that he was struggling with. And everyone is honest about it if you're a Star Trek fan, and you'll say that The Next Generation really wasn't the greatest, and the cream didn't rise to the top in the first season. But it got a lot better and a lot more cohesive. And by the time you get to season 3 and beyond, The Next Generation was a well-oiled machine that could not be stopped, and it had the best momentum, and it knew exactly what it was doing. So you make a first impression, and your first season of your show might be a little bit fair to middling, but that really doesn't mean there isn't dramatic room to improve. And I'm making this analogy as directly as I can to the first season of The Rings of Power, because I think it's fair. It is entirely a fair comparison to say, look, things might be a little bit squishy here in the first season. Maybe people need to cut their teeth on this material a little bit more. Maybe the people working on it need to get some more common denominators in place for what they want to share in terms of story sensibilities, what they want to share with us, the audience, in terms of crystallizing the thematic idea of this into a television show. So, the great bird of the galaxy, Gene Roddenberry, was so dialed in to having Star Trek come back and be wildly successful. But on its first season, things were a little bit cheesy, a little bit plastic, and a little bit cheap, on the cheap side. Things really did evolve because Paramount stuck with it. The syndication rights were sold year after year. They were syndicating the hell out of that show. There's a different business model nowadays. They don't do that anymore, but that business model favored them going long term and improving upon what was a little bit mediocre at first and got better and better and more refined because they stuck with it. They stuck with it. So, I would like to bring out that conversation because the first impression might not always be the best. And I guarantee you the first impression does not have to be the last one. Imagine that we get to season 4 of The Rings of Power and we're all just like, wow, look at how much they've grown. Look at how much our little babies, JD and Patrick have grown up and the show has become so much more evolved. I think it is wise. There's a great deal of wisdom for all of us to sit back and watch and give it a chance. And especially now that they're, working on season 2 and they've been getting a lot of feedback from fans online. And, I'm about to write my review and say most of the things I've been saying every week on Tuesday. Matt, Nerd of the Rings, has successfully gotten his video out there and saying, look, this is what we like the most. Adar and Arondir and the Khazad-dûm sequences with Prince Durin and Elrond. This is the stuff we love the most, and this is the stuff that is kind of squishy, and it's not quite working for us. Da-da-da-da-da. The one-note vengeance Galadriel, the bizarre need to mystery box the hell out of every major character. All those things that aren't working and things that do work, now they can go back to the recipe, go back to the kitchen and put some more ingredients together in the kitchen and get the second season to a whole new place. And it is operating on faith entirely that the producers are open to these kinds of ideas from the fandom. It's really us still operating on faith. We know that they're making a really good attempt to make a really good show. We know that they're trying to do it in earnest.
And we know they're
We
not
know
going to
that they're
cancel
trying to
it.
do it.
Jeff is
The,
going to find a way to make this show work.
yep,
Jeff,
they're
don't
going to find a way to
lose.
make it work. So you know what? Even if the first season was, what did Matt Nerd of the Rings say? A 6 on a scale of 1 to 10, right? That doesn't mean even the first season of the Next Generation was floating around a 6 out of 10. It really was. And then later, years later, with everybody running full steam, with Patrick Stewart at the top of his game, with the Brandon Braga, the producers, and the writers at Paramount at the top of their game. By the time the Next Generation got to season 4, season 5, it was the best, most intelligent, and most, I mean, it was event. It was event television. Do you guys remember what happened in nerd culture when Captain Picard was captured by the Borg and was assimilated by the Borg? Do you remember that blew so many minds in everywhere in fandom? And that was like the height of event television. But it took them years to get there. And so maybe we should just be patient a little while longer and see what happens next.
Yeah, and you know, to put an extra point on that is, Cliff, you just said we are embracing this on faith. We are still
Yeah.
on board on
Yeah.
faith. But when you go to Amazon's marketing and they say the season finale also created a global cultural moment with Halbrand, hashtag Halbrand, trending on Twitter for 305 hours. 305 hours is like 12 days. I was there. I was there on Twitter. I promise you, Halbrand did not trend for 12 days. It did not
I
trend for 2 days. It did
you
not
know what?
trend for 12 hours.
I get you on that point.
I so
I get it.
so like we're still with you, Amazon, on faith and our love for Tolkien and the fact that things can be course corrected, but you can't you can't be lying to us like this. Like, don't lie to everybody. Like, Halbrand, hashtag Halbrand did not trend like that. It didn't. So anyway, that's
Yeah.
that's all we have. So folks, get your wallets ready, get your pocketbooks, start saving up. You have 30 days to save up $500 for that Rivendell set. And
And you can email me to get Gandalf's cart
signed.
signed. I'm not going to sign it. Nobody wants me to ruin it by signing it, but if you'd like, I will take it apart entirely if you want. You guys can put it back together if you want. This is super fun. I won't deny you the pleasure of putting it together yourself. Yeah, but this was great. And I will say, ladies and gentlemen, that was my first time Lego experience. You know, Justin, today you took my Lego cherry, and Lego has always been something I adored as a very small boy, but I haven't played with any adult collectible Legos since I was a very, very wee lad. And this is so cool to realize it's still as much fun as you remember from when you were a little kid. When in doubt, always follow your Legos.
And that's our show.
And that's our show. Ladies and gentlemen, join us next Tuesday for another round of conversation, gossip, ridiculousness, and a little bit of mischief. We're going to bring it to you all next week here at theonering.net Torn Tuesday. Next week at 5 p.m. Pacific time. That guy right over there, that's Justin. Justin, say goodnight. Goodnight, Gracie. Say goodnight, Gracie.
My eyes are not my own.
Did you put that stupid filter back on?
It's been on the whole time. You haven't even noticed because it's getting better. It's getting smarter.
This is nuts. Okay. Garfemau in the chat says there is no pre-sale for this Rivendell set. VIPs can purchase it on March 5th. Everyone else purchases it on March 8th. It is also an exclusive, which means you can only get it at the launch in Lego stores or in their online shop. Yeah, that's right. Well, you know what? I'm down. I never thought I would be like a convert, but I'm definitely a Lego convert now. This is super fun. I want to say thank you, Justin, for helping bring the show together. Thank you for encouraging me, live audience, to do something creative on the fly. I appreciate you guys. Until next week, please be gentle with one another, and please take care of yourselves. And if you can find a way to help out the rescue organizations and the Red Cross who are trying to help the people in Turkey and Syria who have had such a nightmare with the earthquake and the disaster there. So look into your pocketbooks and make sure you do the right research and find the best way to do something to help a charitable organization at a time like this. There are many, many human beings who are in need of our help. They don't have the infrastructure, and they need our help. So thank you, everybody, for being with us. And I'll say, until next week, good night and good luck. Or better yet, buenos noches y buena suerte. We'll see you guys next Tuesday. Thank you, everyone.